Okay. Hola. Hola. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Back. I wanted to wait till the afternoon. With the story, I've usually been kind of streaming in the afternoons and letting things develop. And quite a few things have happened since last night. The affidavit came out, which we're going to go over. And I think an additional charge was added and the bond, which now I think is 2 million. And we'll get to it. We'll get to that in a second. And there was also a shooting this morning. I think it was Iowa. I didn't cover it, but I heard about it. A lot of craziness going on, and I think there was some other stuff. Kind of a mess. And but yeah, we had to come back. We had to cover this. We got to do some updates. And one of the first things I guess I'll show you, just hey everybody in the chat, welcome. Hope you're safe, doing good. Yeah, it was a long night. I was kind of dragging all day today, honestly. Even right before I came on, I was kind of like, I had to force myself today to do what I needed to do. All aboard. And thank you for everybody that sent me information, emails and DMs and stuff like that. That helps out a lot. One of the first things is, we'll take a look at this. And so it looks like somebody has already, I don't know when this would have happened, I guess, gone on the property and put, I guess that's spray paint or something. I even have live video, so we're going to take not live video now, but I have video of somebody that recorded it. I guess that lives in that neighborhood, and they wrote baby killer on there. And people were wondering, like, who does that truck belong to? Or, sorry, the sedan. And I think in this other area here, I think they said it was the brother, I think. Let me take a look at one of the videos here. This was earlier. This was before it was, I don't know when he did this neighbor guy. Everybody in the neighborhood's kind of keeping an eye out. Peeping out the shade, opening the blinds, looking between, checking out the neighborhood. I guess police are back. The little black car looks like it would be the son's, and Carlos here says it was his, according to this neighbor. What, he said something, he didn't say nothing here. Here's another video, okay. Should go full screen on this. What's up, everybody? Hit the like button, please. We're going to get into the affidavit in a bit. I'm giving it a little bit for people to join up. Give people a chance to join.
They're taking pictures of his truck. I don't know what happened, but they're taking pictures of his truck. There's a crime police there, you see it. I don't know. Maybe that's the guy of the truck.
Indeed, thank you for the super chat. Grateful 1509. Thank you for the membership chat. So grateful for your email. Thank you. That was from 11 hours ago. And so the more current video, now you see this, which is like, oh snap. We said we need to get this better ring cam. I guess that's another vehicle. I believe there's like several people living in that household. You know, I don't know who. I think a mother, probably the wife or whatever. I don't know how many brothers there is or what. So I guess maybe they're searching stuff. And when we get to the affidavit, I only skimmed it. I wanted to read it with you guys. I skimmed some parts, but it's kind of crazy if you think, because I think it almost comes off as if the shooting happened right there at the house. So nobody heard the shooting, or at least the family inside the house or neighbors. Though, as somebody pointed out in the comment section, it was close to the holidays. I don't know. People thought maybe it was, firecrackers or something. There's cops, I guess. It's a cop. I don't know who that is. Maybe that's not a cop. Was this before or after? After, yeah, it was after. It was more recent. So yeah, I don't know who went and did this. It seems like it's the property, it's the house. Looks just like it. There's a guy on TikTok that lives across from them. They took the black truck. The one in the photo looks maroon. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is so a subscriber found this. Wish we could get this in full screen. It's kind of annoying. Let me see if I can switch this out. This is one of the perps graduating. So the son is Christopher, 19 years old. Let me see if I can get a full screen so we can watch this.
Christopher Ray Preciado.
What?
Grace Victoria Ramirez. Christopher Ray Preciado. Grace Victoria Ramirez.
I guess they found him. Found him graduating. Oh, so this is kind of crazy. So, the internet's digging right now on social media. And so remember, last night we mentioned they have a company called Almighty Air Conditioning. And it looks like on December 24th. And I guess this would have been after the murders, right? December 24th, they're posting, "From our almighty family to yours. Have an amazing Christmas and a wonderful New Year's." Ain't that crazy? Yeah, I'm going to read the affidavit. They're saying that it's his brother's truck, Ramon's truck. I don't know whose truck it is, or who. I don't know if the affidavit mentions that, who the vehicle actually belongs to. Was it the father? Well, that looks like it, though, too. And is the truck here black or maroon? Is it a black truck? And a lot of people have been talking about this mysterious, I wanted to watch this too. The cousin spoke a couple hours ago. This mysterious, the towel situation, the towel being handed off, that police have not mentioned any other suspects. To me, for sure, looks like there's somebody else in the vehicle handing off a towel. I don't think it just flew there.
So he is not released. Whenever they say
and that's what we're going to talk about. A lot of people too. So, like I said, we have the chance to clear things up when we come on live. We'll clear it up. A lot of people were confused and thought that they thought the father was released. I took the screenshot that somebody posted this on Facebook, And I took a little note here. And somebody on Facebook said he was released to the jail from magistrate. And over here it says pending magistration. So they're still in there, but we're going to talk about the bond amounts and the charges in a second.
Released from magistrate, they transferred him to Barrett County. I literally have been talking to SAPD. I called Barrett County myself to make sure that he is in there, the dad. He has not been released. He is in Barrett County. So all these lies and all these theories that he already bonded out, stop. Because honestly, it's stressing my family out. And I'm pretty sure Savanah's family stressed out. All these lies and accusations need to stop. As far as that, respectfully, leave it to us, his family, Savanah's family, Matthew's dad. Leave it to us. We are his family. We will know all the updates. We will stay on top of it. But as far as him being released, he did get released from the magistrate, but they transferred him to Barrett County. So respectfully, all those, oh, he's already been bonded out, posts, stop. Just stop. Because it's literally stressing us out. Leave it to the family. Leave it to SAPD. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for all the prayers. Thank you for all the support. But as far as him being released, he has not been released. He is in Barrett County. And he will be sitting there. And we will get justice. And I, and my family, Savanah's family, all of us will make sure that we will get justice. So God bless all of y'all. Thank you for all the help.
Does that say gang zone? Caution? Somebody said it says gang zone on the wall.
But all the unnecessary, if you do not know any facts, please respectfully stop posting false information.
And that's true, to be fair and objective, I guess. Pineapple Slushy says, isn't it the cousin that said Matthew was tortured? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So we'll continue on. So the charges, I'm not going to read this full article because I want to read the affidavit with you guys. So we're not going to get to the affidavit until we actually read the affidavit together. But so Christopher, the 19-year-old, was charged with killing Savanah, and Matthew GUERRA received additional charges Thursday morning. But so far, I don't think they've actually been charged with murder yet. So the charges that are there says records say Christopher was charged with abuse of corpse like his father Ramon and alter, destroy, or conceal human corpse. So now his total bond sits at $2 million. So some people were saying $1 million. I think originally it was $1 million. Now it's at $2 million. And I thought the father Ramon, I think his was like 600. Yeah. Police also added alter, to destroy, conceal human corpse to Ramon's charges. His bond now sits at $600,000. They both are still in Barrett County Jail. Okay. So those are the charges. You can kind of see a little picture here with the new charges added. Both of them. No murder charge yet. They also have to, I think that I read somewhere that they said the prosecutors want to see, I don't know, something about they want to see what's presented. They don't have to pile on all the charges now. There's enough to keep these guys in there. For the $600K though, I wonder what it would take. What is it, like 10% or something? For the father to get out. But they have enough to keep him in there. And there's a question about whether, they're going to charge for baby Fabian's murder. Also, somebody posted this and people are asking, what is abuse of a corpse? I always take it as messing with a corpse or tampering. But it says here, a person who disturbs or damages a human corpse is subject to prosecution. It also is a criminal offense to conceal a body, knowing it will be illegally buried, or to buy or even sell a human corpse. It is even a felony to treat a corpse in an offensive manner. So, disinterring, disturbing, damaging, or otherwise treating a human corpse is an offensive manner. Concealing a corpse, buying, selling, or trafficking human corpse, that's what it falls under. We just saw this. The neighbor posted a video saying the FBI took someone. I don't know if I'd be very, very careful with. Oh, that actually does look like. Let's see. There's somebody in the house. Oh, sorry, you guys can't even see that. My bad. I'm over here blocking it. So look, I'll rewind it. Right? Can I rewind it? I'm over here watching. You guys can't even see. I'm still blocking. Okay. Let me show you that video. So there's a neighbor that has his eye on everything that's going on outside. I'm really, really curious. We got to reach out to him. What has it been like living next to them? Have you ever noticed anything? Were you there the day so such a situations took place? But you see this person here walking around the vehicle. They get inside the car and looks like a cop or whatever closes the door. She came out from that side. I don't know what's exactly going on out there. 11 hours ago. Carlos, go live, Carlos. Tell us what's going on, man, in the neighborhood. Carlos. All right, let's do the affidavit. And then we'll watch some of these news clips and we'll get on to all the other stuff that we need to get on to. Took him out for questioning. All right, let's set this up here. Boom. Somebody made a highlight of these notes on Facebook as well, so we'll take a look after. But the state of Texas, County of Bear, affidavit for arrest warrant. Detective Jeremy Goodwin, which, by the way, for those that might remember, that person, one of the heavyset people that are being accused, he had said before, he's like, hey, I'm not involved in this. You can contact Detective Goodwin from homicide. So this is Detective Goodwin right here. All right. A victim in the case has been identified as Savanah. Date of birth August 22, 2005. A victim in the case has been identified Matthew from 2001. His date of birth October 26, 2001. So she's victim 1. He's referred to as victim 2. An actor in this case has been identified as Christopher Ray Preciado. Date of birth September 7, 2004. Hereinafter referred to as the defendant. Said defendant is further identified in SAPD computer files under SID. And there's the numbers. So Christopher Ray is the 19-year-old son. Your affiant has probable cause for said belief by reason of the following facts. On December 23rd, Leon Valley Police received a call for a missing person report. Family of the missing person stated that she was supposed to be induced for her pregnancy and did not show up for appointment. The family advised they had not been able to get a hold of the female and stated that she was not answering her phone. A check of the hospitals was conducted by the family, and it was found that the female was not at any of the hospitals. It was found that the female lived with her boyfriend. However, the family of the boyfriend advised they were not able to get in touch with him as well. The female was entered as a missing person by Leon Valley. Further investigation found that the female and her boyfriend were not responding to any phone calls, and their whereabouts were unknown. Media broadcast on the news, the story of the missing female and her boyfriend. In the media, the boyfriend's car description was broadcast in the media and was said to be a 2013 gray Kia Optima. On December 26, a resident of 5903 Danny K. Drive messaged the family of the female and advised them that they believed the vehicle was parked at 5903 Danny K. Drive. The family contacted Leon Valley and drove to the location. Okay, so it was a resident where the bodies were found that lived in that apartment complex. They found the body, which that's what I heard. And then they contacted the family, and then the family contacted the police department. Upon Leon Valley Police arrival, I wonder why not call the police first, but either way, it's fine, I guess. Upon Leon Valley Police arrival to the location, Leon Valley Police observed the vehicle. Inside of the vehicle was a deceased pregnant female in the front seat and a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. San Antonio Police were contacted, and your affiant made the location. Upon arrival to the location, your affiant observed the vehicle. The vehicle was a 2013 Kia Optima with the license plate. Your affiant checked the VIN. The VIN was the same VIN that was broadcast on the news for the missing couple. A check for A check of the information through NCIC TCIC showed the vehicle belonged to the boyfriend of the female. Your affiant observed the front right passenger side of the vehicle. Your affiant observed a deceased pregnant female inside of the front passenger seat. Due to your affiant knowledge of the female on a previous murder case from 2022, I guess that's Ethan, the younger brother that was murdered. Your affiant recognized the female to be that of the missing female, the female that appeared to have trauma to her head. Your affiant then observed the back seat of the vehicle. Your affiant observed a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. The deceased male resembled the boyfriend to the female. The male had an apparent gunshot wound to his head. It appeared the male had been dragged into the vehicle. Your affiant did not observe any weapon near the male. So that's the whole thing with the pants being down. That's a plausible, that's a possible reason that his pants were, because I think they said he already wears his pants kind of sagging. So if they're dragging him into the vehicle, maybe that's why his pants were down. They didn't bother to fix it or anything. A search warrant was requested so the entry into the vehicle could be conducted. While waiting for the search warrant, your affiant spoke to the families of the female and the male. It was found that the boyfriend to the female sold narcotics and would use his phone through cellular communication as well as social media. I get a little closer. Maybe not. All right, so yeah, he did all this stuff on social media, sell narcotics. It was advised that the boyfriend would post money and narcotics on Instagram. It was stated that people wanted to rob the boyfriend, and it was stated that the boyfriend had been shot at before. Okay. The family provided your affiant with the phone number of the female. The female of the male provided your affiant with his phone number as well as his Instagram. When the search warrant arrived at the location, a search of the vehicle was conducted. The search found spent shell casings in the vehicle. However, there was no weapon recovered in the vehicle. There was apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the female. Both female and male had gunshot wounds to the head, and the male also had an apparent drag marks on his back. Wow. Okay, so he was shot and dragged, I guess, into the vehicle. It was believed that the female and the male were killed at a different location, and the vehicle was driven to the recovered location. So, I guess wouldn't be the murder, but the shell casings in the car. So, did the murder take place in front of the killer's house? No. I mean, not in front of I'm saying the car parked in front of the killer's house. But they didn't get shot in the car, right? Because why would you have to drag them? I'm a little confused with that. Did they go inside, get shot and killed? Were they shot and killed in the garage and then get dragged back to the car? But then why are the shell casings there? Can shell casings be planted? Was he shot outside of right outside of the vehicle? What do you guys think of the chat? I'm a little, my ADD brain, I don't know. Neighborhood said Matthew was driving and he had to drag him to the back seat so he could move the car. Dragged him out of the car. Dragged him out of the front seat. Okay, maybe that's what it is. All right. During further investigation, your affiant found video surveillance at the 5903 Danny K, which is what we saw. The video surveillance found that on December 21st, 2023, at 23:59 hours, which is 11:59. So, December 21st, that was Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. going into Friday morning. I guess that's what the confusion was. It's like, oh, but we thought it was Friday, and now they're saying Thursday because it was almost like literally at midnight and it changed over. I guess that's why. So the video surveillance found that on December 21st, 2023, at 23:59 hours, a Chevrolet Silverado gray driving with its lights off. I wonder, gray? Driving with its lights off from the vehicle recovered location. The Silverado pulled in the middle of the back parking lot and parked the vehicle. The victim's vehicle could be seen approaching the Chevrolet Silverado. The victim's vehicle parked next to the Silverado. A heavyset male exited the Silverado, and the driver's side door of the victim's vehicle opened. The heavyset male approached the driver of the victim's vehicle and appeared to speak to the driver. The heavyset male then got a towel from this vehicle, so they're still ignoring the towel thing, I guess, and appears to wipe down the outside of the victim's door where he had touched the vehicle. The door of the victim's vehicle, the driver of the victim's vehicle exited the vehicle for a brief moment and sat back in the driver's seat. That's the person we thought looked like a female, which, if you remember last night when Christopher came out, I thought it was a female at first. I was like, oh, that's a female. Oh, and then I like, oh no, it's a guy. I guess that was him. So the driver of the victim's vehicle exited the vehicle for a brief moment and sat back down in the driver's seat. The driver did not match the description of the female victim or the male victim. The Hispanic male got back into his vehicle. The victim's vehicle drove behind the building where the vehicle was found on December 26th. The Silverado followed the victim's vehicle. So the murder took place Thursday night. The vehicle was there for days. That kind of answers that, I guess. Approximately 3 minutes later, the Silverado was observed leaving from behind the building where the victim's vehicle was found. The victim's vehicle did not leave the location. It was believed that the victims were already deceased in the vehicle at the time of the video observed. It is believed the unknown driver and heavyset male parked the victim's vehicle at the location in an effort to hide the vehicle. They didn't do a great job. On January 2nd, 2024, your affiant provided one of the victim's cell phones to Detective Knox at the Technical Investigations Unit. On January 3rd, 2024, your affiant received the phone download from Detective Knox. Your affiant found that the victim had recently searched the street of Charlie Chan Drive. Due to your affiant's knowledge of the crime scene area, your affiant was aware that Charlie Chan Drive was a couple blocks away. That's literally where the killer and the killer's assistant lives. Oh, and as far as that house, I haven't searched this since yesterday, but Demographics Online allegedly says 6 people lived there. So parents and maybe kids, likely. Okay, so they lived a couple blocks away from the victim vehicle recovery location where the vehicle was found. Your affiant was able to discover that the victim's vehicle pinged near Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant Drive around 23:50 hours on the night they went missing. So at 11:50, the night that they went missing, it pinged literally at the house of the killer. So 11:50, and then you're looking at, what was the other time? Damn, that was quick. 11:59. So the video surveillance found on December 21st around 11:59. So literally a couple minutes, I guess, after the vehicle pings, they're moving to the next drop off the bodies. So okay, around 23:50 hours on the night they went missing, the vehicle did not start moving again until around 23:54 hours. 4 minutes later, the vehicle then traveled to 5903 Danny Kai, where the victims and the vehicle was discovered on December 26th. So it seems like a really, really quick, shoot, move them and hide them and clean up the car and leave. The affiant conducted computer research and was able to locate a vehicle that looked identical to the suspect vehicle seen on camera with the victim vehicle. The affiant did research on the owner of the vehicle and found the owner of the vehicle matched the description of the male that exited the vehicle on camera. Homicide detectives went to the vehicle location listed above and found the listed vehicle at the location, while at the residence on Charlie Chan, a person identified as Ramon Preciado, however you say that, reported knowing why SAPD was at the residence. Ramon Preciado informed SAPD detectives to speak with his son. Identified as Christopher Preciado, Ramon Preciado and Christopher Preciado were transported to SAPD homicide to speak with their affiant, while additional SAPD detectives searched the residence on Charlie Chan. Your affiant spoke with Ramon after Ramon was read his Miranda rights. Ramon admitted to driving the Chevrolet Silverado to 5903 Danny K Drive, where he met Christopher Preciado. Ramon Preciado identified himself on surveillance video from 5903 Danny Drive as the person observed exiting the Chevrolet Silverado. Ramon reported meeting Christopher Preciado at this apartment complex, who was driving another vehicle. The vehicle is the vehicle in which Matthew and Savanah were found deceased. Ramon admitted to assisting Christopher at 5903 Danny Drive. Ramon Preciado knowingly treated the human corpse of Matthew and Savanah and the unborn child of Savanah, Fabian, in an offensive manner by leaving them in the abandoned vehicle. That's just that's still like nuts to me. That, like, I don't know, you kill somebody, you kill multiple people. I don't know what happened in a moment, but like a pregnant 9-month woman to not feel, I don't know what he felt, but not seem remorseful at all. And the father last night talking about fake news. All right, let's keep going. So your affiant then spoke to Christopher after Christopher was read his Miranda rights. Christopher reported that Matthew and Savanah drove to his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher weed. I can't believe this is over weed. That's just mind-boggling. Weed? Christopher went on to provide a version of events that were more inconsistent with evidence collected at the scene and from the victim's recovered vehicle. Christopher claimed that the male victim pointed a weapon at him, and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon, resulting in the female being shot. So he's saying Matthew pulled the gun out on him, and he did some whatever he did, or they were tussling or something, and then Savanah ends up being shot. Let me read that again. Christopher claimed the male victim pointed the weapon at him, and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon, resulting in the female being shot. Wow, okay. Christopher then stated that had the weapon pointed at him again, Christopher then stated, I guess he had the weapon pointed at him again, and he manipulated the weapon again, resulting in the male victim being shot. So he pulled some like kung fu matrix shit, and I guess he's trying to claim self-defense that to sell some weed to some people. Matthew, I don't know his character besides what I've seen online, but I wouldn't imagine that he would just randomly pull out his gun over a weed sale, and that this guy pulled some crazy moves and flipped the gun on him twice, and both ending up dead. Christopher Preciado's statement is inconsistent with the gunshot wounds suffered by Matthew and Savanah and the evidence located at the crime scene. Christopher intentionally discharged a firearm at Savanah and Matthew with the intention of causing death. The actions of Christopher resulted in the death of Matthew, Savanah, and Fabian. That was it there. Wow. Yeah. It was a contact wound. And I think I even said this last night, just looking at this guy, Christopher, he just looks like a slippery, sly, sneak type of person. I just don't know how he would have caught him off guard. I don't know how to make this weed sale. It turned out to be gunshots. And I wonder, had they had prior transactions? Has he sold to him before? Was this the first time selling? Maybe Matthew didn't think too much of it like as a big deal, just to sell some weed, even though there's people that, according to his family, didn't like him, had shot at him before previously. And the balls of Matthew to do this, what it seems like, at his family's house. You have no regard, obviously no regard for these people, or at least a pregnant woman. But then your own family, outside of your family's house. So it seemed like, I don't know where the shooting took place. It seems like possibly right outside the house or right in the car outside of the house. And nobody heard it. Wonder if the court proceedings will be televised. So there was this girl on YouTube. I don't know how accurate it is. Is this her? She claimed that it was coming out. It's coming out that where she said, I don't know where she's okay. She claims the first court appearance is happening February 6th. I haven't looked at it yet. Like, I haven't seen like a document, but she's saying it is. She also had this video, and I think she prefaced it saying she's not sure if it's real or not. I don't think this is real. They're still coming after that TikToker, like still
5 in the morning.
Sorry, that's really loud. Let me turn it down. I'm taking this highly with a grain of salt. I don't believe this is real, but
5 in the morning.
All right. That's possible, MSK. Maybe it wasn't about the weed. Maybe it was just about the cash. Maybe it was. Maybe because Matthew flexed a lot online. You know, I used to know 2 people that sold weed and other stuff back in the day, and I've never seen them flexing like that, like posting everything on social media. I don't know how they ran their stuff, but it was mostly like word of mouth. And like, if you know somebody that knows somebody that you trust that knows somebody, which that's not fully 100% proof either, but advertising all this money and guns and all this stuff online. Yeah. And TikTok girl doesn't even live in a house. I thought she lived in an apartment. There's another thing we have to debunk too, but so I saw that earlier. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way on that. Let's see if Carlos posted. I really was kind of curious with this guy. All right, let's watch this news clip.
Son taken away in handcuffs, arrested in connection with the shooting deaths of Savanah Soto and Matthew GUERRA, as well as their unborn baby.
Tiffany Huertas with the latest on the 2 that are accused for murder and now facing multiple capital murder charges, and why police say drugs are at the heart of the case.
David, Ursula, that's right. Thanks to the arrest affidavits, we've learned more about what led to Savanah and Matthew's deaths and the arrest of 19-year-old Christopher Preciado, who San Antonio police believe is the couple's killer and charged with capital murder, and his father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado, who police believe helped hide the bodies, charged with abuse of a corpse in the case.
This is the latest of what we've learned about this case. Savanah's family reported her missing to Leon Valley Police on Friday, December 22nd. But San Antonio police have now told us that Savanah and Matthew were killed just before midnight on Thursday, December 21st. SAPD found their bodies 5 days later at an apartment complex on Danny K. In Matthew's car, in the parking lot, But police say the complex has no connection to the murders. It's just where the bodies were left. We've been showing the surveillance video that SAPD released last Thursday, but police say the key piece of evidence that led them to the...
And the thing that kind of gets me too, I saw people messaging me about this. So they say the main thing that led police there, I guess, was the phone, right? So I guess they had Savannah's... Maybe I'm misreading that. So they had Savannah, the perps, the killer had Savannah's phone? Is that how they led back to them?
Preciado's was Soto's cell phone that was found with the bodies. After following leads for a couple of days,
and had this guy, well, this wouldn't have saved him if he was, but I was going to say if he was more average looking, maybe, he would have been so easily spotted. But I mean, they found GPS data, I guess, or information that took him straight. Or it was like her search, the Google Maps search on the phone to the address.
Police were eventually led to the Preciado's residence. When officers arrived at the Preciado's house, the father said he knew why they were there, and he and his son were taken into custody. According to the affidavit, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado said Matthew and Savanah drove to his house on Charlie Chan Drive to sell him marijuana, and that Matthew initially pointed a gun at him. However, the investigation states that Christopher's version of events were inconsistent with gunshot wounds to Savanah and Matthew. He claims he wrestled the gun away from...
They had her phone in the car. Okay, that makes sense.
Both victims and shot them in self-defense. Now, as for the father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado admitted to driving his truck to the apartment complex after the murders and being the person on the surveillance video. He also placed Christopher as the driver of the vehicle, believed to have belonged to Matthew. Now that the two men are in custody, SAPD says they are working with the Bexar County District Attorney's Office to determine if there will be any further...
I saw somebody comment too. Somebody said shame on the son for putting his father through this. They were saying, like, you know, as a parent, what would you do? And it's kind of interesting because in some story, you look at the Brian Laundrie thing, the Brian Laundrie story, people believe, you know, maybe they had some knowledge prior about the murder and everything. You know, some people say they just turn in their kid, they wouldn't put up with it, but other people might help their kid in a situation like that. Let me just touch on this real quick. What did I do with that? There it is. Some people, and I really wouldn't be surprised, the only thing is the first name doesn't match to me. But there's people that believe these guys were watching the Facebook group, or at least the son. There was two accounts. One is Angel Preciado, since December 28th. And there's another one, Jamie Preciado, December 28th. No picture, no nothing on their profiles. Blank profiles. So he had a third Facebook with all black picture and background under Christopher Preciado. So he didn't go, if this was him, he wasn't there under his actual name. But kind of odd, creepy. There was another post. Was it this one? There was another post I had on another account. Teresa said, "I'm not helping. I'm calling the cops." I can't see myself covering up some shit like that. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to clear this up. So people were saying that this is Christopher Preciado. So there's some other guy named Christopher Prasad 4 on TikTok. And they were like, oh, you know, look, on December 23rd, 2023, he's flexing the cash that he stole and got. Now, that's not him, because when you go to the source, you go to TikTok and you go to his account. When he posts that. Oh, here we go. 9 hours ago, he made a post. So the Christopher that's in jail, he's locked up. He wouldn't be able to post unless he got access to social media. And not only this, because people started targeting this account I'm not the murderer of that family. I'm just a 10-year-old boy. I only upload videos for fun. Bruh. Let's see how the name on the account and the date was posted all kind of weird. You are an adult. You should know people can have the same name. The account is full of little kids and games. So I saw that account. It didn't take much looking. You just pull up, you go to the source, and you're like, nah, this isn't the account. It's some kid that does video games. I think he might have even taken the video down because he was getting harassed and stuff. So I wanted to talk about that because I saw that in the Facebook groups going around. I didn't know that he updated and posted this an hour ago. These people, I guess, were going hard. So, just like that with this Facebook thing, even though the Facebook doesn't have any picture, I think these are, what do they call it, sock accounts? I think these are sock accounts on this Facebook thing. I really wouldn't be surprised if this is one of them. That's crazy, huh? Anybody can get it. All right, let's keep moving. Somebody said potheads ain't gonna kill nobody for some weed though. That's the guy's business. Oh, this was something else that somebody sent to me. So we talked about this last night. This is the father's business. Almighty Air, right? And we looked up the LLC and we found this TikTok last night and we were just checking out their stuff. So I got an email today. He took out a PPP loan. Let's pull up the information. Almighty Air Conditioning and Heating, San Antonio, Texas. So they got approved for a loan. I feel like everybody was doing this back in 2021. I didn't do it. I mean, I probably could have legitimately done it, but I don't know. People were pushing that and they were doing like sleazy, underhanded stuff. I'm like, I'm good. But yeah. Almighty Air Conditioning, 6,600 was the loan size, which is not a lot for a loan. But San Antonio, Texas received a paycheck protection loan for 6,600 through Frost Bank, which was approved March 2021. And it's been paid in full or forgiven. And it was taken out. It says here, the loan for the following expenses: payroll, probably paid himself, and which is kind of normal, I guess, but payroll, well, under a loan though, I don't know, and utilities. Business information, owned by Hispanic or Latino, male owned, non-veteran. We thought at first he was a veteran, non-veteran. I thought that was interesting too. And I think that's it. Let me see if I got anything else. Or I could go off of the chat. Carlos Galgelos. Yeah, and for the people that joined late, there's a neighbor that literally lives out there. Somebody wrote baby killer on the vehicle. Apparently, cops been out there doing their thing. Yeah, I don't. The school shooting, I don't know. How many victims were there? When I heard about it this morning, I heard the guy was already caught. Looks like another weirdo. Case at. Yeah, and I think it's like somebody said, I think there has to be a little bit something deeper than weed, you know? And that guy, Christopher, telling his story, he's been, as police say, inconsistent and lying. I don't know. Could it have just been for money? Somebody said I wouldn't rule out being obsessed with Savanah. Kind of look incelish. He does look a little bit incelish. But business page. A sixth grader died? Oh man. Wow. I heard he was he like a substitute teacher? This is wild, bro. That they posted this after killing somebody. I don't know which family runs this page, but after killing somebody, they're over here talking about Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's on December 24th. That page is getting blown up. Grizzlies Hood News. Hey. And like we talked about yesterday too. I mean, these people just got caught, and look what's already happening outside of the house. You know, I don't condone this. You know, I mean, I'm not shedding a tear either, but I don't. I don't want nobody to get hurt. That doesn't have anything to do with anything, you know. And they have to have their trial. You know, I think that dad, the father, he's gonna have to snitch. Well, I mean, he kind of did, but he's gonna have to. I think he's gonna have to cooperate to get a lesser, maybe a lesser time. Maybe he can get out and not die in jail. I wonder how long those charges can get you in jail. The two charges. The abuse of a corpse and alter, destroy, conceal. But I think they're going to get murder charges definitely for Christopher. CK, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the 10. Says if you pull up Facebook page you showed last night at 131:04, one of the pics in the name is Angel. Oh, written in graffiti. Same name used in the group for Savanah. Let me see. Should I go to my live from last night? Let me see if I can do that. $131. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that okay. Let me see if I can find that profile. I got you. There it is. Okay. So I think this is the one you were saying. Oh, okay. All right. The internet doing what it does. Thank you, CK. So that could be an alias. So we got Angel here, graffiti, and then we have one of the Facebook profiles, Angel Preciado. And I could totally, it only makes logical sense that this guy would be in there snooping, wondering what people are saying about him. What are the brothers saying on X Twitter? The brothers? What do you mean? I haven't seen anything on there about that. Sydney, thank you for the 5. Says show police news brief at police station. They are putting both in cruisers. Oh yeah, we did that last night. We reacted to it twice. My reaction was pretty wild. I think, let me see if Mo sent me something. I'm hoping I haven't watched it. I'm hoping she sent me what I think it is. She always sends me these movie files. The Apple. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up when you try to play it. Bro, you got if you're in that position. Honestly, was my reaction to the Chris coming out. Man, the camera has to be held up at all times, at all costs. There is no wavering, changing. No. The camera has to be pointed up. What the? No, not that far up. That was funny. Who are these people? I want to see the whole thing where Chris came out, because I was shocked. Because we thought there was like a female in that Kia, driving the Kia. So when I saw this guy with its slick back hair, or like however he had it done, we're looking using herbal essence, or I don't know what. Look like he got his hair permed or some shit. By the way, the news feed is kind of breaking up a little bit. This is the other person? Wait. No, it's a woman. Is that a woman? Or is that a guy? You can't even tell these names.
Are you sorry for what happened? Anything to say to your family? How does it make you feel, an unborn baby?
Yeah, my surprise, the biggest thing to me was how the father came out and talking about fake news, and kind of like with the attitude, talking back to the media, which usually they don't even say anything. Usually they kind of just stay quiet, but he was a little bit defiant. I think the only thing for the father to do to save his own skin is cooperate, which it sounds like they got a solid case anyway, since the interrogation, Christopher admits to it, though he gives inconsistent stories. There's no way he's pulling off self-defense, killing 2 people, 1 9 months pregnant. Maybe that's all they need. Plus the GPS stuff, maybe they found, I don't know what they found, evidence and stuff like that, communications. They might not need the father's cooperation to seal the case. Lock his ass up too. Yeah. The male dad didn't know what to say. He was getting pressed for the answer. Don't say nothing if you're not going to say nothing. I mean, I'm glad we got to hear something, but Dirty Ron said he's never seen them let the media get that close. Oh, yeah, this was a big thing for Texas and San Antonio Police Department. So that I know I got to get this Christmas tree put away. If it was up to me, I'd probably leave this thing on all year and just leave it up for the next year. I got to put it away, though. Maybe this weekend. Kitty says, check Discord. Okay. Oh, yeah, I have a bunch of messages on Discord. Let me see what you guys have for me. Oh, okay. So, what is the penalty class for abuse of corpse in Texas? Over here it says abuse of a corpse by vandalizing a gravesite is a class A misdemeanor, punishable up to 1 year in jail. Abuse of a corpse is otherwise a state jail felony, punishable by 180 days to 2 years. Okay. There's a few other different options for there. Okay, interesting. Oh, they always do perp walks? San Antonio always does perp walks. There's in Florida, we've done it too. I've seen a few cases. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. Who's this? Okay, AXZ1. Thank you for that confirmation. So AXZ1, let's go show this. Pre-hearing set February 6, 2024. So I'd love to be a part of that. If we can listen, hopefully they stream it or whatever. This kid, he might as well just plead guilty. I don't know if he's gonna try to fight it. I don't know what kind of cockamamie story he's gonna come up with, and I wonder if they could get access to the interrogation. That might be interesting to watch. Yeah, somebody just sent me this, and we covered it. Thank you. Crime creepy. Thank you. Yeah, we did look at this baby killer spray painted or whatever on the car. Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, honestly, if I was that family, I'd probably get out of there for a while. Out of just safety, you know, I would probably get out of there. And that's what you put your family through, the cycles, the sun, you know. people need to start thinking about that too, though, because these people are very selfish. Don't think about anybody else. You would think at least maybe they think about themselves, and even in this sense, they don't. Maybe they can't see or think of repercussions. But then the stuff you put your own family through. I have seen the TikTok. Yes. I want to see. Can you DM people on TikTok? Message. I'm gonna message this guy. Hey, Carlos. Sorry. If you ever want to come on. Your experience as a neighbor. I'm on YouTube. Look up Naked Mel. Why not? Reach out to him. See if he wants to come on sometime. I'm just curious about what's been going on the last couple of days. And did he hear anything the night of the murder? I don't know if cops are going to talk to him. I wonder if he has a Ring doorbell or anything like that either. But all right, let me check the other DMs. Yeah. Okay. I'm caught up there. Do we know if this is premeditated? I want to read somebody's Facebook post, and this person said, after reading the affidavit, it's obvious that the shootings happened outside of Christopher's home. So how did none of the neighbors hear 2 gunshots go off? The houses look pretty decent online, and it doesn't look too much of a ghetto neighborhood for gunshots to be ignored, so I don't see how nobody was alarmed, even if the gunshots went off inside the car. With it being that late and probably quiet outside, I feel like somebody should have heard the shots. I don't know. I quite a bit of times I've heard. I'm pretty sure those are explosions, but I've heard explosions outside of my place a couple of times. Whether it's a transformer, there's a chase. Oh, no way. What? Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if the helicopter gets there. Vehicle pulled over. I almost didn't even flinch anymore when they say there's a chase. I'm like, eh. I used to jump before. Now I'm like, well, whatever. But yeah, I used to hear. There's even times you guys have been here. Sometimes you hear like, boom, outside or whatever. And I mean, I guess it's possible. Oh, some people have said to silencer, but I've heard silencers too. I've never heard a silencer shoot outside of a game. But some people say they make noise too. But I don't know how much less. Let me see. What does a silencer sound like? Pistol. Silence pistol sound like. I don't want to show it on the screen, but just listen. Okay, he's about to shoot it now. Let's see. Oh. It's not loud. I mean, it's light. It's not like you don't hear nothing, like, tick, but it's still kind of loud, though. But not really that loud. Could have used a pillow. Sandra said, OMG, this guy has a girlfriend with the lack of hygiene. Whatever. I realize it seems like guys, I'd be surprised sometimes the woman that I see some guys pull. I'm like, damn. And, Gina says there's no such thing as a silencer. It's a muffler. It only muffles the sound, but it doesn't completely silence it. Yeah, I think people somewhat think of like a video game. I used to think that too, where it's like just completely silent. Patty Riddle, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's true, April. Yeah. I mean, look at Gypsy, right? Gypsy Blanchard and her hubby. All right, let me. I'll take a look at the Facebook group again. I'll see if there's anything else. And I did DM this guy Carlos, so if he gets back to me, I don't know how often his DMs are probably getting blown up right now. What? Yeah. Oh, I don't want to watch that. He was saying. Oh, they have me on TikTok. That really blew up. Let's see.
Who does that? Disgusting. Well,
let me show you this. For some reason, TikTok is really. I'm surprised. I guess you guys are right. TikTok is like highly sensitive. Somebody posted a clip of me on TikTok. Somebody tagged me too. Somebody else tagged me in the comments. Sensitive comment.
Who does that? Disgusting.
Why is it?
Oh, that's crazy. Even if you're arguing, disgusting.
They literally flagged the video because of my comment.
Who does that? Disgusting. Well, innocent is supposed to be guilty, all that stuff, but you sorry?
If it wasn't you, who was it then?
Is that a woman? Or is that a guy? I can't get all these things.
Are you sorry for what happened? Anything to say to your family? How does it make you feel, an unborn baby?
That's a guy. I think it's a guy,
What are you
actually.
going to say to your family, to Savannah, to Matthew's family?
You sorry? You sorry?
Nothing to say, an unborn child.
Yeah, people are outraged. The audacity of Christopher. He was in one of the Facebook groups watching everything getting posted. Man. So, I don't know what's next. Obviously, we got the February 6th hearing. I don't know. I wonder if more information is going to keep coming out. I mean, I wonder if this is just. I know people just, it's just a robbery gone bad. That's what some people say. I don't think it's as deep as cartel, like people like cartel, like a drug thing, like a organization. But I do have a hard time just this guy shot them because of weed. Or even the money. Maybe if it was actually targeting money, maybe that was more plausible. I mean, but Savannah. There's still a lot of answers that need to be, a lot of questions that need to be answered. Erms, thank you for the super chat with the 5, says, what if Christopher took too much cash to the deal and Matthew tried to some snitch and they did struggle with Matthew's gun and accidentally hit Savannah? That could be a theory. Maybe he's going to try to counteract something like that. Maybe that's what his defense is going to be. He's going to try to maybe say that he was getting robbed. And so he was in a tussle with them, and Savannah gets shot, and then Matthew. But then both headshots. Both shot in the head and close contact. Sarah, thank you for the super chat for the 10, says, I found his mom's Facebook and their business page. Oh my God, the reviews are outstanding. I think he shot Matt in the house, shot her in the car, and Dad helped drag Matt to the car, explains, pants down. And I can't believe they did it in such a such a short amount of time. I think the parents are still together. I saw their Facebook page last night. There's not much on there. There's like really old posts. I'm guessing that their account is like private for the most part, and the only thing you can see is like these, oh, I didn't even have this on the screen here. Sorry about that. There's no chase. It got canceled. Yeah. The behind And what else? That's what I heard. Behind the ears. That's what I was wondering too, Chaos. Is the gun that was used to kill them Matthew's gun? Did he use Matthew's gun? And then I wondered, did this guy even own a gun? Christopher. Yeah, Brooklyn. Did they even recover the gun? I don't know. I don't think they mentioned it. That would have been a good question for reporters. Yeah, I said the same thing, Rob, last night. That's just kind of wild to me. Beyond wild. You know, I guess Savanah was trying to be supportive or like hold her man down and all this stuff, but yo, somebody said, do the suspects have a GoFundMe yet? Imagine that they come up with a GoFundMe. Yeah, I just read that in the affidavit, the road rash. Yeah. Oh, he had old Call of Duty posts on his Facebook. Micah, yeah, the suspects were caught. Well, I had a post here. I can go over this post real quick. I do have a playlist too on YouTube if you want to check out the playlist. It's in the description. But this is like a little summary of the affidavit. So 12/23/2023. Let me pull this up here. Savanah is reported missing. 12/26, a resident at 5903 Danny K messaged Savanah's and advised them that they believe the vehicle was parked at 5903 Danny. The family contacted Leon Valley and drove to the location. They went to go make a drug sale on Thursday, December 21st, almost at midnight, going into midnight. Savanah and Matthew go to sell weed, and they go to this guy's house, Christopher, which is 19 years old. At some point, they get shot and killed that night. The car is found about 3 miles away from the house, and it had been there for several days before the body was found. It was found on Tuesday, December 26th. And Savanah was in the front with a car seat in her lap. Matthew was in the back. Shots to the head. And apparently, I believe the cell phone was left. They were able to trace that Savanah and Matthew went to the murderer's house to sell drugs because of the GPS. I guess they typed it in the search. And here's some notes from this, what somebody posted here. On 12/26/2023, inside of the vehicle, she saw Savanah in the front seat and Matthew in the back seat of the vehicle. Savanah and Matthew had an apparent gunshot wound to their head. It appeared Matthew had been dragged into the vehicle, and there was an apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle. Which, I mean, to me, that's gonna blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle. So, I mean, I don't know, were they shot outside of the vehicle? Is that what that means? Shell casings was found inside of the vehicle. However, there was no weapon recovered in the vehicle. They were killed at a different location, and then the vehicle was driven to the recovered location. During investigation, surveillance was recovered at 5903. That's where the bodies were found. Approximately 3 minutes later, the Silverado was observed leaving from behind the building where the victims was found. The victim's vehicle did not leave the location. They left the bodies. The father and son, The father comes out. They drive out to this location where the bodies are left, and the father comes and meets up with the son, hands him like a towel or something to clean up fingerprints. And it says here on January 2nd, technical investigators analyzed cell phone data from one of the victim's phones. They found that the victim had recently searched Charlie Chan Drive, which was a couple of blocks away from the victim vehicle recovery location. The investigation was able to discover that the victim's vehicle pinged near Charlie Chan Drive, which is where the murder happened, apparently. At around 11:50 on the night that went missing, the vehicle did not start moving again until 11:54, 4 minutes later. The vehicle traveled to 5903, which is where the bodies were dumped and the bodies were discovered. Yeah, we already kind of like covered all this already. We went over the whole affidavit at the beginning of the stream. The graduation video, we did that at the beginning. So,
Christopher Ray Preciado. Grace Victoria Ramirez.
Christopher graduating. Maya's tarot topics. Okay, we got the tarot cards. Says, thank you for the 10. I nailed the reading of who did it. Sent you an email with the timestamps. Been a Francis Gary Petito. All right, let's check it out because I'm a skeptic. Let's check it out. Or which email did you send it to? And I appreciate your support. Did you send me the email today? Or is it like buried in my email somewhere? Oh, I got it. I found it. Email. Happy New Year. Okay. Oh, I don't claim to be psychic or channel spirits. Okay. Gotcha. I have a small channel. Oh, okay. Okay. Clues. Okay. I gotta see when it was posted. This was 4 days ago. December 31st. Oh, it's an hour stream. Okay, but you gave me timestamps. I might play 1 or 2 parts, and then I'll have to watch it on my own. $6.40. Let's just listen to this for a second. Clues about the dad business owner.
So it would be an older male. It could be somebody at 21 and above or something, you know, it could be. It's usually, he's a boss in his own right. He could be a drug.
By the way, I've heard many people speculating about who's in the passenger side, right? With the towel. I can't let that go. I think a lot of people can't let that go either. I feel I think there was somebody there, and whoever that person is less involved if they are. But people were speculating that's mama. That's ride or die mama. The whole family ride or die type of shit. Some people have speculated it's the brother. You know, I have no idea.
Drug dealer.
Thank you, Just.
He likes his money. This guy is a dependable. This king upright is somebody who's usually dependable. You can count on him for things. Think business owner. Owns property, a business owner. Okay. I would say he has a family. So this ultimate betrayal came in the form of words, quick action. So the Knight of Swords, somebody's coming in very quickly, caught him off guard. And see how this person that's catching him off guard, he's facing this way. So he's facing what's going on.
Now the bodies were found when? Okay. So that was on the 26th. The bodies were found. This was on the 31st. The business owner thing is interesting. All right, let me see. Let me just skip around. And I think she says she's not claiming to be psychic or channel spirits. I think she just does it for fun and stuff like that, I guess. Irrational Father, 1550. I've gone to get readings before. I can't lie. but more for like kind of just kind of fun entertainment. I don't, when I've got, I don't take it like really serious. I went to a crystal ball lady one time.
Temperance in reverse. There's that fast moving energy. Okay. This
1056 is extended family.
There's a father figure here involved with the Emperor.
Ooh.
Emperor is the father card. That's so somebody involved is definitely a father. Maybe he looked up to him like a father. But he comes out in the reverse. When the Emperor comes out in reverse, he's no longer like, a good, fair boss, father energy.
Okay, that's interesting. Maya, that's interesting. Okay. Irrational father. I'll play maybe one more clip, or let me see. But I'll put her video in the description too if you want to check her out. Her channel. I do have an audience that's into that. So for those people that are, you can check her out. Just put it in there. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. Somebody said they're contacting the devil, the spirits. Yeah, you guys crack me up. I love the chat. All right. Let me do a final sweep. I think we did get today. We ended off early, kind of. Well, yeah, I try to do an hour and a half. Sometimes we go 2, but we did good timing. I think in February is going to be Harmony Montgomery trial. I think we're going to do that in February. And might do the Tupac trial when it happens. Maybe. And then, of course, Kohlberger later on in the year. You want to see something that I saw that was crazy? Let me show you this. This morning, I kind of woke up. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I browse a little bit, some videos. I try to be careful what I absorb first thing in the morning, but I don't know, it's like a addiction or a habit just to check your phones. Let's see, did I send this to myself? Today, let's see. I didn't send it to myself, but I remember the title. I even thought we could talk about this sometime. Y'all ever heard? Let me see if I find it first. Shorts. Oh, this is the video clip. This is from 4 years ago, though. Oh, it's an old story, but Human Chop Shop.
First at 10, it's been more than 5 years since ABC 15 first exposed a scandal involving a body donation business in Phoenix.
A place known as the Biological Resource Center, and a place with one promise.
Connects those who wish to donate their body to science with medical research and education facilities.
Turns out the donation was just the beginning.
The owner accused of selling bodies and body parts. A trial set to begin in just months. And tonight, new grisly details of what the FBI says really happened.
ABC 15's Nicole Valdez is live. And Nicole, this paints a Frankenstein-like picture.
Yeah, it really does. Katie and Steve, closed for years. This building off 24th Street and University doesn't look like much, but according to new claims in these court documents, the Biological Resource Center was essentially running a chop shop for human body parts, mixing, matching, and selling them in ways we never heard of until tonight.
Described as unsettling, but it sounds a whole lot worse. One FBI agent revealing what it was really like inside the Phoenix body donation facility. In 2014, he saw everything from buckets of heads, arms, and legs to coolers filled with severed penises when the FBI raided the building.
Severed penises, bro. Phalluses.
Confused and angry. We thought this was going to be doing some good.
He even spotted a smaller head sewn onto a larger torso in a, quote, Frankenstein manner.
It wasn't a choice we made. It wasn't a choice any of the families made.
And by the way, thank you guys on Facebook too. But I have ADD and I don't take any medication for it. I don't really like the way it made me feel. I mean, I sometimes I would take it, but I just don't. I become like antisocial on that stuff. But somebody in the Facebook group had said, because there was a little bit of confusion earlier about the truck in the front. And so the black truck is already taken. This is another vehicle that's in front of the house. This maroon or whatever this is. I looked at the skull on it too. Ooh. This is another vehicle. They already have the main truck, I believe, in custody. That's what people are saying. But I guess they have another vehicle too that's a pickup truck outside of the home for anybody that was confused. But still, the thing that's eye-catching to me is this whole baby killer thing, that we talked about earlier. This chop shop thing, I was surprised. I've never seen this before.
Body parts piled on top of each other inside Biological Resource Center, where families donated their loved ones for medical research.
Discoveries of sickness and disease, maybe come up with a cure.
Some say the company violated everything they promised.
Tragedy that's never resolved, and it just keeps going on and deeper and deeper.
The limbs, according to that agent, with no apparent identification. The company sued months after the FBI raided families claiming their loved ones weren't treated with dignity and...
So I guess they thought they were donating their family's body for maybe the good of science, or to be, I don't know, donated or somehow or whatever. And I don't know what they were doing. And it just became a human chop shop.
And respect, a promise written on their own consent forms. The company also accused of selling body parts for profit after saying they'd only use the parts they needed and would cremate the ones they didn't and return them. A torso with a head apparently went for $2,400. A leg about $1,100. They'd even sell knees and feet alone for under $500.
Now, the owner of the Biological Resource Center was already sentenced, but he was only given probation. He will be back in court in October, though, for several civil lawsuits filed.
It's crazy that when you have money or whatever other thing, you can fucking, you just get up. What are they giving, probation or something? Oh, yeah, no, it's all right. Hundreds of bodies and breaking your promise or whatever. All right. Amazing. All right, so I guess I'm going to call it for now. Thank you guys so much for coming through. If you can hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see if Carlos gets back to me. No. Emmy JD says the Preciado's bonded out $160K. No way. No. You for real? I'll take another look. Because I know earlier people were saying they bonded out and they really didn't. I don't see anywhere. I'd have to pull them up. There's a lot of misconceptions that they got out earlier. Even the cousin said it's not true, unless it just happened now. No, I don't see anything. I don't see that anywhere. All right, man. Well, Annalise make any more lives? She's cloud chasing. I haven't looked. I'm gonna have to check it out. But I'll be back if anything happens. If there's a chase or anything, the Jeffrey Epstein stuff is a lot of pages. Somebody sent me the file. Did I not download it? Oh, here. Oh, no, that's a video. Here's a PDF. Let me download it. Just keep it on the computer. It's a lot of pages. So I wouldn't even know how to tackle it. Hello? Yeah. Mona? Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Bye. Okay. Apparently, Mona's still going, too, on Facebook. She really, just looking for attention, I guess. This is Mona. San Antonio Police Department did not disappoint. Good job, everybody involved. Involuntary and voluntary gave up information and getting people to talk. I seen live video footage the news don't have. Uh-oh, she got the exclusive that nobody else have. Oh, good. Mona. Oh, let's see what she posted here. Since you know so much what happened yesterday. Catch you, mother effers. So she posted this today. So wait, this cop getting arrested? Oh, so she was trying to say a TikTok got arrested? The thing with Mona, I'm gonna need a timestamp because I can't trust you. And why blur it out? All the other videos weren't blurred out. All the other videos were clear, but this one you blur out. Why can't we hear their audio? All the other videos we got to hear the audio. This one we don't get to hear the audio. The only thing, I don't know why she's still posting this. Because like these guys, the people that are arrested don't live in this apartment building. The two people. Thought she moved, right? Blurring the police. She didn't blur the police before. She said other videos of cops coming out. I don't believe it was blurred. Hey man, you guys still holding on to this lady? Jesus. The people out there that, oh my God. So she says she's seen live video footage the news don't have. So she has exclusive information. You always say something, where's it at then since you know so much? Camera wasn't removed per request. Where's the video? Charlie camera was replying to her husband, so she's deleting comments. Or somebody's deleting comments. I don't know. Whatever is going on with her, it hasn't worked though. It's not taken off her page. I don't know. How many GoFundMe's now? Oh, Lord. That's right. Police have stated there's nobody else and nobody else has anything to do with it. Yeah. Anyway, man, I'll catch you guys. I love you. Bye. Bloop, 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 bloop. Take care. AFC, how you doing, man? Much love. Take care, bro.